Here is a quick little video which you might consider a follow-up to this one on payments and money in Iceland, currency. And this is really about currency conversions, because there is an issue that many people run into, mainly people from the English-speaking world, from China, from India. And this is that they look at prices here in Iceland. They try to do the conversion, they're doing everything technically correctly, but the prices seem to make absolutely no sense. As an example, a person from the United States, used to dollars, is looking at the price for, let's say, a simple fast food meal. They do the conversion and it comes out as something as 2 cents. That, of course, obviously makes absolutely no sense. They're probably not doing anything wrong, just not realizing that there are different systems of how we use decimal separators in the world. So, the decimal separator, what is that thing? It's that little token or icon we use in numbers and mathematics to separate between the whole numbers on the left-hand side and the fractions on the right-hand side. And if you actually come from the English-speaking world, again, or China, or India, or a smattering of other countries, I think quite a few in Africa as well, you might be very used to this always being a point. So when you're saying, 1.5, you say 1.5. However, in the green part of the world, which Iceland belongs to, and there's also continental Europe, the majority of Latin America, and a smattering of other countries in other parts of the world, we use a comma instead. So when we say 1.5, we say 1.5. And this is most likely where the confusion creeps in. Even though you're doing your calculations to the best of your ability and not technically incorrectly, it's most likely that decimal separator that's creeping in. So you see a price like this one, 3.000, and you think, oh, this is 3 kronas. No, this is 3,000 kronas. Because just like the decimal separator, we use a comma instead of a point. We also switch around the usage of the comma and the point when it comes to denoting thousands. So we put points in to make thousands more readable. So when you look at a number like this one, this is actually 3,000 Icelandic Kroner written in the format we use in this part of the world. So, and also keep in mind, here in Iceland, a simple way to approach this is that the krona is such a small currency that we never use our cents anymore, which are called eurar in Iceland. We used them back in the day when I was a young man. But the krona is so small that nothing costs less than a krona. Pretty much nothing costs less than quite a few kronas. You might see it perhaps popping up in things like liter prices for gas or something when you're doing those calculations and they add up when you buy tens and tens of liters. But keep this in mind. When you are working with prices here in Iceland, and if you come from the part of the world that uses a period or a point to separate between whole numbers and fractions, the decimal separator, switch your interpretation of the point and the comma. Commas denote the whole number and the fraction. Points are just used for the clarity of reading thousands. Now, I hope this helped someone explain to someone. I'm seeing this popping up, this question popping up again and again on Facebook groups for travelers heading to Iceland. So hopefully once and for all I can clear up this mess. I hope to see you soon in a different video where we will have tips on a different topic. See you then.